I've just spent nearly 3 months slaving away on my computer, building my businesses and trying to travel the world full time, hopping between different hotels and apartments and countries every single week. So I just booked a place in Montreal, Canada for a month without even looking at it because I am really craving some time just to slow down and make up for the things that I've been neglecting. I'll also be sharing how we had our biggest month ever in sales, and I'll make sure that I'll share some of the mistakes I made so that you don't make the same ones as well. All right, this is the new home for the next 30 days or so. We're in Montreal in the Plateau area around Hochelaga. I was feeling so exhausted over the last 7 weeks with traveling around. So to have somewhere that can be a home base for a while is excellent. Overall, I think it's exactly what I needed. I just wanted somewhere where I could come and like lay on the couch and not worry about anything and not feel like I'm forced to travel or sightsee or even socialize for that matter. So very happy to be here.
J'ai pris du temps pour mon métier, j'ai pris du temps pour mes chansons. Ce qui allait pas, j'ai pris du temps pour le changer. J'ai pris du temps, ça prend du temps d'essayer.
I'm actually going to play some Aussie rules football with the AFL Quebec League. I used to play here for a number of years back in the day when I lived here, and it was always such a welcoming, enjoyable community. So when I touched down a few weeks ago, I thought, let's go back, say hey to everyone. And today actually is our grand final. So I was drafted last minute into one of the teams. It's the Montreal Demons. And today we're playing against the old Montreal Dockers. So I'm gonna stop at Tim Hortons on the way, grab myself a coffee as my little pre-game ritual, and then we'll spend the day out on the park kicking around a footy in Canada. How good. Okay, change of plans. The Timmies had a line of about 20 people. So I'm just gonna sit on the train, and then there's another Timmies just next to the field. So that's my plan B. First game done and dusted, lost by a point, so it was a tough pill to swallow, as they say, but good runarounds, great game, a few comebacks on both sides, and now I've donned the new kit, Quebec Saints, and we're going to be playing against Ottawa for the second game of the day. How'd the game go?
Things like that. Yeah?
Yeah. Thanks for your time.
Nice, 7.
I'm tired this morning, but I'm back at one of my favourite spots. I've got this whole second floor to myself, and given that today is rainy, I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to park up for a day, get locked in and just try to be productive. Just wanted to show you a little insight into what my day-to-day life has been looking like for the last few weeks. So plan for today, smash a hike, prep for our weekly level 10 meeting, get through emails, school and WhatsApp, edit my video and send out the doors closed campaign through Klaviyo. Plus, since yesterday was the day we onboarded 12 new members to Art of Mondays, which is a record for us, by the way, biggest month ever. This is the setup. I've got my little ham and cheese croissant. I've got my not so little coffee, and also got a sneaky chocolate croissant out of frame because today's probably going to be my last day in this cafe, so I wanted to make it a special one.
It's not slippery. It's good.
So yeah.
You got 4. You're good.
Almost sucked you up.
You're good. You're good.
So here we are with my buddy Patrick. What's the name of this mountain?
Mont Saint Hilaire.
Mont Saint Hilaire. And we just tried to climb up to the top, but the path is closed today. So we're going to take a little break, refuel, and then
Find a detour.
Any wise words of wisdom, Pat, for anyone who might watch this in the future?
Get off the beaten path. Take a detour.
Spent the last few weeks just working and barely leaving the apartment. So today, Pat texted me and said, let's go for a hike, and it was exactly what I needed. Today is actually the first time I've stepped away from the computer. I did a little workout session this morning, but apart from that, it's been all day locked in. I think I'm just a little obsessed right now, and that's a concept that's been playing on my mind recently, the idea of obsession. If you harness it, it can be a superpower, but I've learned if you don't control it, it can have real negative consequences. And what that's looked like for me is, on the one hand, a lot of a really good progress with the business. And then also, we've built the Founder Sports Club up to 500 people from dozens and dozens of cities all over the world. Los Angeles, San Francisco, Brisbane, Sydney, Perth, Melbourne, Dubai, New York, and Vancouver. Those are all of the biggest cities so far, but there are many more on that list. We've hired people for our company so that we can keep building, and there's a lot of really good progress that has been made. So that's the benefit of obsession. But the negative effects of this are that I haven't been looking after myself as well as I should have. I haven't been exercising as much as I should have. I haven't been going to the supermarket. The little things that you usually do when you have more time on your plate, like go to a proper shop and sit down and read a book, those are the things that just aren't a priority for me right now, which means that my dinners are usually eggs on toast or like a bowl of blueberries and granola, and it means my social life isn't really happening right now. So I have to make a conscious effort to get out of the apartment, stretch the legs, go for a walk, get some fresh air, which is why I actually came out here and sat down. So when I think about obsession, it is very powerful, but I've realized this week, allow obsession to have a bit of a break. It will fully take over. And in my case, I had days where I was so stressed. I had days where I woke up feeling anxious and unable to turn my brain off because I was just thinking of the next action I needed to take from a work perspective. The silver lining is I know I will look back on this period and these 4 weeks in Montreal and be so grateful for everything I set up. Hopefully in 1 or 2 months' time, I'll be on a founder residency in Noosa or Cape Town, and I'll just have not a stress on my mind because everything was done now. But not gonna lie, that doesn't make it any easier. It's pretty cool to be obsessed with something. I think so many people move through life and just go through the motions. And for a long time, I struggled with not having something that I was super passionate about. I was doing a million things at once. I was trying my hand at different projects, different careers, freelancing on the side, and never really found something that just made me want to get up in the morning and do it. And now I feel like I've got that thing. That's all for this little ramble. It is the end of the week, so without further ado, we'll jump into the highs, lows, and learnings. The highlight of the week, I've actually got two. The first one is playing Australian rules football again. I was injured pretty badly 12 months ago, so I had some mental demons, but to be able to go back on the park and get through unscathed and have a great time with some mates was awesome. And my other highlight was the Art of Monday's big family call that we did. It was amazing to see dozens and dozens of members from all pockets of the world come together on one big Zoom call. And it really had a tribe-like atmosphere that no matter what time zone you were in, what country you were in, what revenue your business was doing, everyone was there under the same common purpose, and that was to meet like-minded people, get value on how to progress in your personal development and your professional development. So those were two big highlights. My low light has been, in general, my mornings. My lack of morning routine has really taken a toll because I'm feeling really anxious when I wake up, and I think that sets the tone for the rest of the day. So I'm putting in some steps now, such as coming to beautiful Baldwin Park every morning, which is just a few minute walk away from the apartment, and starting with some meditation, starting with some journaling, so that no matter what the day throws at me, I can get myself right. I spoke about that in a similar way in one of the previous videos. So firstly, if you haven't watched those videos, I definitely recommend go back, because while this video has a lot of interesting stuff in it, it's just one part of a pretty big journey with so many different chapters and different ups and downs. And for my learnings, so I've got a formula that Matt, our facilitator, shared, and this is rest plus stress equals growth. I think that is so applicable to so many different areas of life. In the gym, you stress your muscles and then you have to rest them in order to grow. In business, you have to go through periods of high stress and grind and get everything set up in order to rest and let it run itself. Even the basic human nature is that we have to stress our bodies throughout the day, and then we have to rest to sleep at night. So if you only have stress and no rest, then you cannot grow. And if you only have rest and no stress, then you cannot grow. And then the business learning is never do something twice. If you have to do something twice, it's a sign that you should create a process, write everything down, and then delegate it. And now that we have a bit of a team at Art of Mondays, that is what I'm focusing my attention now, is passing on projects to our team of rock stars so that I can get a bit of my time back. There you go. That's another week in the books. My highs, lows, and learnings out there on the table for everyone to know. I never thought I would share that openly, consistently, but it does feel nice to get everything off the chest, and this has almost become a video diary of sorts. But that's another episode in the books, so thanks for tuning in. I would love to hear your experiences in the comments. What are your highs, your lows, and your learnings of the week? What do you take away most from seeing this? And that's another episode of Monday Moments. So we will see you in the next one.